What's good, YouTube? It's your boy JusticeXFalls. We back at it again with another video. Today we're looking at Dead Island 2, a gameplay overview trailer. This is one of those games that has been long running. I'm working my way through Dead Island 1. I got it on Steam. I'm working my way through that. And this is the sequel to it, obviously. I saw some live action trailer for it the other day. And then this trailer came out, so I'm gonna definitely we're gonna check this out. So without further ado, let's get to the video. They showed some of this. Damn, Buster Suit. It looks wild. It looks great. It looks amazing. Okay, it looks pretty good. Back up.
Welcome to the Zompocalypse. I hate to tell you, but you picked the wrong time to come to town. Bet you thought your world was in chaos, didn't ya? Try this.
No, not really.
Sized. Bitten, infected, somewhere between alive and dead.
God, are they turning?
Shit doesn't get more real than this.
Darn. Paradise meets hell.
Los Angeles.
Los
City
Angeles.
of angels.
City of
Or as
angels.
we like to call it, LA. Just think of it as your own stylish, sun-baked, zombie-smashing playground.
Yeah.
And trust me, these hungry bastards are everywhere. But don't worry, there's more to this city than hours of happy skull-busting. It's crawling with adventure and crazy ways to pass your final days. We've got all the usual tourist attractions, albeit with a uniquely horrifying vibe. There's loads of survivors.
You want to blast on a Trent special?
Although,
Were you getting the pizza?
Who else supposed to be Blade?
they're all as
Some
mad
ghetto
as the
Blade?
flesh eaters. How'd you like me now, eh? Wait, shit!
Oh, damn it.
Seems they like you a lot, Jacob. I'll take it from here. We've all dreamt about smashing zombie brains, right?
Yo, the detail on these zombies is awesome.
Whether
Not
you're
gonna lie.
slicing, kicking, stomping, burning, or whatever it is, you're gonna really feel it. I guess dreams do come true. And shit, man, you'd be amazed at what these Angelinos keep in their Hollywood houses. Katanas, machetes, swords, hammers, bigger hammers.
That's not really a surprise. Us regular people keep that in our houses too. Us non-rich people. I got a katana in there. I got a baseball bat in there. I got knives. All that.
Are those bear claws? And naturally, a holy shit ton of guns. If that doesn't do the job, DIY is always your friend. This is too awesome. Oh, and that zombie bite came with a little Papa Z power. Which is always handy. Friggin' zombies. These reanimated fuckers come in all shapes and sizes.
Zombie to the
We
core.
got big ones, little ones, smart ones. No, not you, dummy. Noisy ones. God, I hate the noisy ones. Even pretty ones. You really can't knock their stuff.
Sheesh. This whole shit
Except
was
for this
going on.
guy. Back for more, huh? Hey, different strokes for different folks, right? As long as the dead stay dead.
I like the detail. The details on the character models.
So, what do you say? See you
LA.
now?
April 28th. God, why would they promote it now? That's what? December. We just hit December. It's only December 7th. January, February, March, April. That's 4 months. Almost 5 months from now. Sheesh. And then they got a hands-on preview, so we're going to check that out too.
What's happening, guys? Let's get this
get
survival
it.
going. Oh, what do you see over there?
I don't know what
My
that's
lunch for
about.
today.
Let's go, Gamescom.
I've played Dead Island 2. That's an odd thing to say in 2022. First announced back in 2014 with its now infamous trailer featuring...
I knew they announced this game mad years ago because I'm like, yo, why hasn't this game been out? Because I know Dead Island is an old-ass game. Dead Island 1 was an old-ass game, bro. Like, even playing it, like, it looks dated. It looks super dated. So they've been supposed to come out this game. I knew I wasn't bugging. I was thinking that in the back of my head.
We've seen next to nothing of the game since. The almost decade-long radio silence likely had most people believing that Dead Island 2 was, well, dead. Until now. I've played Dead Island 2, a whole 20 minutes of it. It's real, it's genuinely planned to be released in 2023, and despite a long absence, it's still what it originally set out to be, a co-op, open-world, California-set sequel to Techland's well-received, but a bit shonky original.
Alright.
This new version of Dead Island 2 is being built by Dambuster Studios, the folks behind Homefront: The Revolution. It's the third developer to work on the game, and while it started again completely from scratch, what I've played looks reasonably similar to the gameplay we saw of the original 2014 version, but with a few modern upgrades.
That was crazy.
Set in a bright and bizarre Los Angeles that Dambuster has nicknamed Hell A, Dead Island 2 begins in the wake of a zombie outbreak. The city is now a slaughter playground, and brutally gory melee combat is once again the big focus. Flesh slices open, guts spill out, and limbs fly off bodies. Flames char skin and melt muscle, leaving just blackened skeletons behind. You can even tear the undead apart with your bare hands, courtesy of Fury Mode, an ultimate-like ability powered by the zombie infection that slowly floods your veins over the course of the story. That gore is all well and good, but the combat that leads to that bloodshed needs to be just as accomplished. During my hands-on demo, I found that, while it does still have a bit of that waving a stick around feel that a lot of first-person melee falls foul of, Dead Island 2 has got a few good ideas powering its battles. The combat system promotes constant movement. Dodges, kicks, and jumps are all integral parts. Throwable weapons known as curveballs, things like grenades, shurikens, and bait bombs, can also be weaved into the usual whirlwind of hacks and slashes. Being able to strike, dodge out of the way of a grab, and then immediately hurl a Molotov in quick succession is a pretty fun rhythm, and it's the fact that Dead Island 2 seems to keep up that rhythm that has me impressed. While there is a stamina system, it's incredibly generous and doesn't have you running out of breath every 10 seconds. On top of those basics is a dynamic elemental system that feels like an advancement of the 2014 version's propagating fire. Oil can be set ablaze with flames, and water can douse those flames, but water also conducts electricity, turning harmless puddles into death traps when combined with a battery. An impressive variety of zombie types helps tie this together. Among the colourful hordes are corpses with gas canisters and water bottles, and you need only target them to add some elemental fun to a fight. Those elemental properties can be found in the weapons too, which, as Series DNA dictates, can be upgraded at workbenches with a variety of bonkers add-ons. A fire axe, for instance, can be fitted with blowtorches that scorch away at flesh with each strike. A pair of Wolverine-like claws can be supercharged with electricity that stuns enemies. Nothing I saw in my sample inventory would have felt out of place in the original Dead Island, which rejected gritty realism in favour of over-the-top mayhem. Dambuster certainly seems determined to stick to that MO. Thanks to this short hands-on, it's obvious that Dead Island 2 isn't just alive, but kicking too. While it may have risen from the grave though, it still has a lot to prove. Dambuster has made a solid first impression, but it comes coupled with a distinct sense of familiarity. Dead Island 2 appears to share a huge amount of common ground with not just the original Dead Island, but also its step-sibling, Dying Light. Even at this early stage, I'm already struck...
Right, because Dying Light, that's another game I'm making my way through. It has a different vibe than Dead Island. It's more... They taking it more serious as a zombie apocalypse, and the civilization is more... I guess organized because everybody's going into their sect of their sect SECT of society. I didn't say the other word. YouTube, don't block my video. Yeah, they're going into different parts of society, and they've organized things the way they see fit. You know, because you got the survivors, then you got like the military people or whatever. This is more so. All right, this shit just happened. All holds barred, free fall. You know, everything is still burning down. Like society hasn't been like rebuilt into a survival state yet. Like everything is still like this is still new. It's still the disease is still spreading.
with the sense of having played all this before. The gory combat, the weird weapons, the crafting, the oddball humour. After one Dead Island game, an expansion, and 2 Dying Lights, it's all feeling a bit parts of the same corpse. So is Dead Island 2 just The Walking Dead, or will it be something genuinely surprising? The streets of LA will hold the answer. There's so much I've not seen. What is the open world like? What twist will the story take? How varied is the mission design? How good are the jokes? It's all this that will determine if Dambuster's efforts are a gory good time, or just a sequel that's arrived a decade too late. For more on Dead Island 2, be sure to read my full written preview on IGN.com. You can also watch the new trailer,
not doing that,
and
bro.
for everything else from Gamescom, stick with IGN.
We're probably not doing that. Yeah, I know I'm not. You got 1 bullet left. Sheesh. But yeah, definitely looking dope. I feel like people kind of expect too much from games like this. It's just like, how much really can you innovate with a zombie game unless you're adding like superheroes or you add vehicles and tanks into it? Then that kind of takes away from the essence of what it is, which is a survival, which is like a survival horror type game. You know, that would turn it into more an action adventure game. Kind of like if you look at Saints Row 1 and 2, for example. You know, they took the element that was already being done, which is GTA, and they did their own thing with it, and they made 2 very awesome games. Then 3 just kind of flipped that on its head and went way over the top. And so the 4 even went even more over the top, to the point where people didn't even like it anymore. It wasn't what we were used to. Me personally, I don't think the games were that bad, but you know, I do get the sense of, okay, y'all doing too much. You got aliens and superheroes, so that's kind of like with this. Like if you were to add vehicles and add like, you know, like I don't know, give people like more powers and stuff like that, it would take away from the survival horror element, because you want your character to be a little bit vulnerable, because that's what gives it the survival horror vibe. You know, you want your character to seem human, you want your character to seem relatable in, you know, games like this, so you get more immersed into the story, you know, and into the gameplay, and you feel a real sense of like, after you survived an encounter, you really feel like you just did something, rather than just blowing everything away with my superpower and my big tank and everything like that. Or you can add those elements like, you know, vehicles and stuff, but let it be limited. Like you see how you get the powers but you have to get bitten first. Like something negative has to happen for you in order for you to get something positive out of it. Like maybe stuff like that, or maybe you find a tank every now and then, or an airplane every now and then, but it doesn't have much gas left in it because there's the apocalypse. Stuff like that, you know, just stuff like that. Like just to, you know, if you do want to jazz it up a little bit, but don't do too much of it, because at the core, this is what you're going to be doing. Busting zombie heads open and trying to survive. But yeah. But yeah, I think this game's gonna be dope. Definitely adding it to the list. I don't know if I purchased it already on Steam. I don't think I did, because they had a sale. You know, the Steam's always having a sale. I bought the first one and I bought the DLC, and I'm working my way through that before I get to this. I got plenty of time. It don't come out to April. But yeah. So I just realized part of what I said don't make sense. I said I bought it already, but I didn't. But anyway, y'all get the point. So y'all already know the vibes. Well, first of all, let me know what y'all think in the comments. So y'all already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. 1.